Hi, today I'm going to cook the perfect turkey. This will be the best turkey that you have ever tasted, and I can guarantee it. What we're going to cook it on is the Infusion Roaster made by Sante. This is a roasting system where the infusion part slips right out. You're able to put your favorite liquid in the tube. What it does is it cooks the bird from the inside out as well as from the outside, and at the same time infusing the bird with flavors and juices that are so incredible. You're going to love it. The great part about this is it makes the pan multifunctional. Here you have a great roasting pan. It's an aluminum non-stick pan that you can use for everyday roasting also. So I'm going to slip that in and let me get on with making the turkey. What we've done is we've selected a 14-pound turkey. You can cook anywhere from a 10-pound chicken up to a 20-pound turkey on the Infusion Roaster. And I've gone ahead and I've cleaned and I've prepped my bird. I've patted it dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little kosher salt and I'm going to rub the inside of the cavity with the kosher salt. Prep the inside really good. I'm going to take the outside and I'm going to pour a little olive oil over the outside of my bird. This just helps add flavor and a little, gives it a little bit of browning so that the bird browns up really nicely. I'm going to flip him over and I'm going to do the same on the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my kosher salt again and I'm going to give this bird a nice little massage with my kosher salt all over. We're going to get him seasoned up. Wonderful. Once I've done that part, you can see in my trimming of the turkey, I cut the tail off. That helps it sit on the Infusion Roaster a little easier. And I'm just going to pick it up and slide the legs right on. There's these two little prongs. I'm going to give it a little gentle push. The turkey is sitting on the Infusion Roaster ready to go. I'm going to take my back wings and I'm going to flip those underneath the bird. If you need to give him a little extra tug on those prongs to get him to stay. And then if you can see, the tube opening is right here, and this is where I'm going to fill my liquid. You can be creative in filling your bird with any favorite liquid that you like. Today I'm going to use white cranberry juice. You can use white wine. You could use beer. You could use water if that's what you wanted. It generally takes about a cup of liquid in the tube. You could leave it as just like that with just liquid in the tube, but you know what? I'm going to add a couple of sprigs of sage. Just going to push those down in there. I'm going to put in a head of garlic and I'm going to squeeze a little lemon down in there. And then to ensure that the moisture stays inside the tube and doesn't escape out the neck, I'm going to take the end of this lemon and I'm just going to push it right in the end of that hole and I'm going to plug it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish seasoning my turkey. Remove my prep pan. And here again, you can season the bird any way that you would like. You can use grandma's seasoning, the way you've grown up with. You can use fresh herbs from your garden. I'm going to use a little herbs de Provence. I've already got my kosher salt on there. You can use a little seasoning salt. I'm going to put a little fresh rosemary around this bird. And then I'm going to top it off with some fresh ground pepper. We're almost ready to put it in the oven. I just need to add some liquid to the bottom. Depending on the size of your pan, probably around 2 cups. And I'm going to slip this into the oven. We're going to cook it at 425 for 30 minutes, which seals the outside, and then lower the temperature to 375. And what you're going to find that in about an hour and a half after you've lowered the temperature, this turkey is going to be close to done. It takes about half the time to cook a turkey on the Infusion Roaster as it does the conventional way. I've just taken our turkey out of the oven. As you can see, it is browned up beautiful. This 14-pound bird was cooked in about 2 hours, which is about half the time it would normally take to cook. I've taken my meat thermometer, I've checked the temperature in the breast as well as the thigh. It registered 170, which is exactly where you want it to be. So I'm going to let my turkey rest for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15. I'm going to move it to my platter. We're going to cut into this turkey, and you are going to see just how juicy this is. And I wish you could be here to taste it as well. I don't know if you can see the juices, but they are bubbling. That looks delicious. Can't wait to eat it.